Okay, welcome back students. Now this is the component that we are going to model today. So just have a look at the drawing which is already shared on our WhatsApp group. So you just study the features, all the dimensions, and try to understand the features. You will see that as this is a perfect candidate for one of the commands in CATIA, that is sharp. So what you need to do is you just draw the cross section that is shown with section lines, and you just revolve that about vertical axis, and you can easily go for the 3D model of this. So we are going to do same thing. So let's open the CATIA, go to start, mechanical design, part design, enter the name, for example our college name. So okay, now we'll select YZ plane, go to sketcher, and here you need to draw that particular cross section. So what I'm going to do here is you draw that cross section which I am going to revolve about Z axis. So just wait a minute, I will open that component. Okay, here we go. So use profile button, and I will just go on drawing. So this is one horizontal line, then there is one vertical line, then I will go in this direction, go vertically upward, and then I will go horizontal direction. So this is enough. You at a time don't draw too much things, otherwise that will make it difficult to constrain initially, because right now you are at beginners level. So you just enter this value has to be 24 because diameter is 48. So from center distance that has to be equal to radius. So this is equal to 11. Then this height is 28, it is given in the diagram. So I will enter this 28. Then this diameter is given 32, therefore this horizontal distance from vertical axis has to be 32 divided by 2, so that is 16. Anyway, this height is 32 again. Then again this distance, this point is at 11 because that diameter is given as 22, so this is 11. So till this particular point we have finished. Now I'll continue with drawing remaining elements. So start from this, then you need to go, because that line is basically inclined line, so I will draw this. Then you need to go in vertically upward direction, so you need to go to the right, you need to come to the downward direction, and so on. So this is enough. At a time don't try to draw too many sketches because that will make it confusing. So I will enter this distance. Note that I am going to give this distance in vertical direction. So what happens, sometimes you may directly enter distance and that distance may be direct length of this line. We don't want that, we want vertical distance. Anyway, again this diameter is given, anyway I'll enter that length also. This is 30. This horizontal distance from axis is 36 divided by 2 because diameter is 36 and divided by 2, and this distance from axis is 170 divided by 2. Then this height is given as 24, so this is 24. Then this height is 22, so enter this 22. Then I will use profile option again. I will start from here and I will directly end somewhere here. Okay, so that is enough right now. Okay, then I will enter this distance from vertical axis to this point as 78 divided by 2, because 78 is the diameter given and already we had given this distance 24 and it is matched. So this is the complete sketch, and one more distance that still I had not given yet is this one. So this has to be 170 divided by 2. So it is 170 divided by 2, and sorry, this distance is not 85. This distance is given as 75 by 2. By mistake I had given some other distance. Anyway, nothing, not a big deal. So I'll exit. Before that, you can also go for tools and sketch analysis and check the current detailed information about the sketch. So you can see the status is closed and there is no open profile or explicit curves apart from this sketch. So close this window, exit, and now you need to rotate this about vertical axis. So angle should be 360. Obviously the plane section is already selected. Axis, right click there and select the appropriate axis. You can select the axis from geometry as well, but I would select it from right clicking and click OK. So this is the overall body of that object. Now the only remaining thing is to go for these 6 holes and elongated holes on top surface. So for those holes I will select this top plane, go to sketcher. Now you will see that in that diagram there are total 6 holes, and location of initial reference hole could be taken on either vertical or horizontal axis, because it is given in the diagram. So refer the diagram, you will get it. This hole diameter is 14 mm and it is 70 mm from the center. It is given in the diagram, so this has to be 70 mm, 70. Okay, this is enough. We will make use of pattern in 3D. I don't recommend you to go for pattern in 2D because there is one more option available. So go for pocket. You can do it up to next, or you can either enter depth of that pocket equal to 22. So this is it. So now we are going to use circular pattern to have repetition of this particular pocket about the axis. So you go to transformation features, expand this option, and there is one option that the name of which is circular pattern. So select that. First thing that you should note is that by default the entire current solid is selected. We don't want to repeat the entire solid, so instead we want to repeat that pocket only. So you select this, go to this geometry, or you can select it from specification tree as well. So select this pocket. Now you can select parameter as complete crown because we want equidistance holes. Enter the instances 6 and select the reference. Reference could be either this plane or this top plane, or even this cylindrical plane or this cylindrical plane or this internal plane, any one of that, because ultimately all these features have common axis. So select this and click OK. So the holes are created. Now last thing is that we need to go for elongated holes on this top surface. I'll show you that. You can see now we are going for these 3 elongated holes. The radius obviously is 7 mm because the width is 14 divided by 2, that will become 7 mm, and the center of the circle, semicircle rather, is 30 mm from the main axis. So again select the top surface, go to sketcher. Now I'm going to draw that somewhere here. So you make use of elongated hole feature, select that, draw the first reference, first point on horizontal axis and draw it like this. Okay, then what I'm going to do is, as already the radius will appear by default, you need not give this distance as 14, otherwise that will be over constrained. So enter this as 7 mm. Then you enter the distance from vertical axis to the center equal to 30. Okay, now I will make use of project. So you need to project this circle by using project 3D element, or you need to draw one circle and enter coincidence with this base circle. Any one of the methods you can use. Okay, then I will trim the part that I don't want basically. So I will trim this extension, I will trim this extension, and this extension. If there are any inconsistencies, you just you just need to sort it out. For example, you can see here, you need to enter the constraints, so you need to make this line horizontal. Right click and make it horizontal. Exit. I will use pattern, then the depth of that pattern is 10 mm. Okay, so the first feature, reference feature, has been created. Now just like previous example of the hole, on the similar lines you make use of pattern, circular pattern. So again, select the circular pattern, select this particular feature, pocket 2, go for complete crown, select instances as 3, select the reference element and click OK. So this is how the final component will look like. Okay, now refer these videos and complete the assignments as early as possible. All the instructions are given on our WhatsApp group, and that's all from my side. Thank you.